It's 2020 and signs of growth are all around us. We are experiencing one of the biggest growth spurts in history.
We're representing the work of a lot of people from over decades of planning. Those of us who work here currently, we know that that's our honor, to be in this position right now, to serve the public and to serve the plans that were made by other people years ago.
Capital City Development Executive Director John Brunel says last year all 5 of the agency's urban renewal districts saw major growth.
The results are great, and it's fun and it's gratifying to be part of that.
Completed projects like this one on Fairview in the 30th Street West End District.
Adair is an interesting project to talk about because it's one of the first affordable housing projects that's happened in Boise in quite a while. It focuses on the area median income of 30% to 60% for all of its residents, which is a high need for Boise, particularly in downtown, so that people can live near where they work and reduce transit costs.
134 units, a project put together as a public-private partnership with developers and the City of Boise, and CCDC's part, adding public spaces to bring the community together.
At Adair, it's the sidewalk that goes all the way around, and then there's some plaza space in the front. They have a retail location that will be on the corner of, I think it's 26th. And so there's a plaza there that's open to the public, so we can help pay for that. It's going to be about $800,000 coming from CCDC.
And nearby Adair, another project in the same district.
Also down the way is New Path, which is another interesting project that the City of Boise put together. Housing first for chronically homeless individuals, also done with a lot of different housing development partners, and then CCDC contributed to the public improvements there too, the sidewalks, streets.
New Path is a project that is one of a kind for Boise. Under the Grow Our Housing initiative, the City of Boise was able to do a lot more to fund the project.
They were able to donate $1 million just in funding towards New Path. Also, New Path is interesting because it got funding from St. Luke's and St. Alphonsus because the cost to take emergency health services for homeless individuals is so high. I think it's like $35,000 a year per individual compared to just giving them a place to live costs $12,000 a year. So it's a good value proposition for the medical service industry too.
Just a few blocks away, another completed project is bringing many in the community together and shaping a new working partnership.
We're very excited about this campus. So we had a huge need for a brand new school here because we had more students that were actually attending classes in portables than were in the building.
The 68,000 square foot Whittier Elementary School was completed in the fall, and part of the old building still stands.
So the old building houses our Boise City Parks and Rec program as well as our community schools program. So this is truly a community hub, and it's partners coming together. We all know we can do more together than we can alone, and this is a beautiful demonstration of that.
The community center provides free programs for children, including help with homework, youth sports, STEM activities, art projects, and more. In partnership with the city and Boise School District, CCDC's part of the project included streetscapes, a pocket park, and large public plaza, as well as utility projects.
So in building this building, with the pocket park, with the community center, it really, and the infrastructure we're able to put in with sidewalks and walkability, I mean, that's our hope, is that more people are walking to school, riding their bikes to school, and that it becomes a spot where the neighborhood does come to congregate and connect.
And the plan is to keep connecting through other projects in the community.
We have made an agreement for urban rural districts that are coming up that if our schools can be included in that, then that also will benefit the community. So if it means we can build an outdoor picnic shelter that benefits the school and the neighborhood, we're going to look at things like that, or if we can upgrade a playground so that it's an area of town that maybe doesn't have a park, then our schools, which we're always welcoming the public onto our schools after hours, then that partnership between CCDC and the school district can exist to benefit the community.
In its 6th year, the 30th Street West End District is making great strides to improve the tax base through urban renewal projects, making a mark, connecting residents to each other and to downtown.
We have about 13 years left to help make something happen out there, and we're very eager to work with the landowners out there and the developers and other potential partners.
Another district with a lot to talk about is the River Myrtle District. Ash Street townhomes were completed in 2019, workforce housing on the Pioneer Pathway.
When we do a project like this, what we are striving to do is strike that perfect balance between having an outstanding built environment and also bring something to a neighborhood that they want that helps shape the look and feel and is appropriate for that part of town or that neighborhood, but also something that will help with the local economy.
The townhomes sit on an odd-shaped property on the border between two urban renewal districts, the maturing River Myrtle District and the very new Shoreline District.
And in this case, we have more residents located here with access to all of the local retail and entertainment opportunities, and it's a great relationship when we put more people closer in to the downtown core, closer to essential services, and closer to entertainment that we offer in the central business district.
Inside the River Myrtle District, a vibrant type of project is popping up, drawing people into alleys to see the changes, which is a blessing to businesses too.
Block 7 Alley is located between the Bass Block and Main Street, and it is a recent alley improvement project that CCDC did in 2019.
And took what used to be a dim alleyway and turned it into this, with improved lighting, buried telecom lines, and new concrete.
It's turned out to be a great project. We're already seeing results. A lot more people are using it as a bicycling corridor, and we're seeing a lot more people using it as a passage to walk between their destinations downtown.
And several more alley projects are planned downtown.
The idea is to do a lot of them in a row that create connectivity and thoroughfares for people to move throughout downtown. It's interesting to see how Freak Alley has made a difference in downtown. It's the second most visited destination in the state of Idaho, second only to the Blue Turf at Boise State.
Also in the River Myrtle District, the second phase of the Afton Condominiums, Cartier Apartments, and Vanguard Development on Broad Street, Boise Caddis, and the 7-story Home to Suites hotels and parking garage. And altogether, CCDC will contribute over $6 million in public improvements at those sites.
River Myrtle District will sunset in 2025. So we're getting close to the peak of when we can do the most effective work as an agency, and it's also getting closer and closer to when all of the tax dollars that would not exist but for CCDC and our tool will be back on the public tax rolls being distributed to the different taxing entities, as they all found out with the windfall when we sunsetted the Central District.
Another district buzzing with activity is the West Side District. At 11th and Bannock, the new downtown West Side Urban Park. Boise Parks and Rec, along with CCDC, are partners on the nearly $3.5 million park and placemaking project. And the 11th and Idaho project, a nearly $30 million 10-story building, built to LEED Gold standards with 190,000 square feet of office space and ground floor retail. In Southwest Boise, construction is underway at the new Gateway East Urban Renewal District, the first ever industrial development for CCDC and the first outside the downtown core.
The Boyer Company really found the Boise Gateway area to be very attractive the more we did our due diligence on the property in the area. So the more we dug, the better the story got, and we felt like we had a lot to work with there, and perhaps we were a little bit early coming into the area. But as Boise continues to grow, we feel like the park is very well situated.
Boyer has one building under construction and another scheduled to start later this year.
It's a 168,000 square foot state-of-the-art industrial facility.
And if you follow the news, I think in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll finally get there with that property that the city acquired about 20 years ago.
Estimates are that Gateway East will hold over 1 million square feet of industrial and mixed-use buildings when it's complete.
The early indications are very, very positive. We feel like we're going to see a growth of not only local service industries and companies that are looking for light industrial space, but also increased interest and activity for larger companies, national firms coming in and trying to establish a foothold in the Boise market.
So as we watch the valley burst with new development on nearly every side and market segment, we see those who are hard at work to make sure the legacy we are leaving in our community is long-lasting.
Through creating more jobs, building housing, public art contributes to the downtown culture and vibrancy, so people want to be there. Businesses want to be there. People come to the businesses and spend money. So it's all sort of a big, we call it a diverse and sustainable economy is what we're trying to create.
CCDC's economic development approach is to balance both the citywide needs with the unique needs of a neighborhood. And what we're trying to do is create a healthy community.